This here is Highway 61 Filling Station Show.
Is this on? Okay. All right. Well, so, uh, welcome to the Highway 61 Filling Station Show. Okay, that's what I'm supposed to read. This is Elmer, and I got my boss got this thing for Christmas, and he wanted me to make a. He said that I could. I mean, I don't know what a podcast is, but he said I could make one. And then I wouldn't have to work quite as hard at the gas station because then people would come in and buy gas and, of course, get their own stuff together, and then he'd make more money, and I wouldn't have to work so late at night because he figured that since they put the new highway in, that people don't come anyway. So I mean, what's the reason for keeping the lights on till 11 o'clock? So anyway, this is the Highway 61 filling station gas. No, the highway. Well, anyway, it's a show, and I don't know what. I mean, there's nobody here. It's just me in this room. Yeah, it's kind of stupid, But I mean, maybe I don't know where this microphone thing goes to, and so maybe you can hear me anyway. And if you can, hi. Hello. I'm here to help you. I serve people, and anyway, but I've been working at the gas station for a while, but I used to be called Bud, because they had this guy, but he had a job before me, and then he got a job at St. Louis. So I stuck around and hung around, and then he finally said, well, you might as well put on the darn shirt, so I can wear it. And then everybody called me Bud because it was Bud's shirt, but he didn't leave, he'd left them there for me. So anyway, but we got the shirt and then Bud, but eventually, of course, I had to buy my own shirt. And I actually have three of them now, so I can wear them for a couple days, and I got to change, because they get pretty stinky and everything. So anyway, but I got my own, Elmer now, on my shirt, so you could call me Elmer. And I was, been working at the gas station for a while, and we used to, people would drive in and they'd say, fill her up. I'd take my gas pump and I'd flip the little lever and walk around and take off their cap and stick it in there and give them everything they want, and then of course, you'd hope they have actually all the money to pay you at the end. But eventually that all figured out with the credit cards, and I don't actually own a credit card, because well, I don't need one that much because I go to the gas station, then I get stuff at the Quickie Mart down the street there, and then whatever I need at the grocery store, Piggly Wiggly. So I'm okay, I'm fine and all that stuff. But if I need, well, I don't what in the world would I do with one of them things? I don't like that shopping channel thing on television. They have on the TV, where you look at and it's like girly stuff mostly. I don't really want to buy any more jewelry in my life. I couldn't. I'm not married and I don't have a girlfriend, and my mother, God rest her soul and everything, is. She's in an old folks' home, so she doesn't wear a lot of jewelry. She could wear the same jewelry every day. She probably might not know the difference, So I just figured that, and then those little things you stick on the wall, and I make my bed once a week, and regular, and so, but I don't need more stuff like that, and I don't. Besides, my room doesn't have that much room in it. I got a chest of drawers, and that's where I put my stuff in a small closet, and that's about it at the rooming house there. So that's what I do, And anyway. Well, let's get back to Highway 61 filling station here. We got, we used to call it Ethel, but they don't call it Ethel anymore. It's Supreme gas, and that we don't have any more lead. I don't know why they took the lead out. I've heard that expression since I've been a kid. Get the lead out. So hurry up and try to get someplace in a hurry. You get the lead out. But I didn't know, why they took the lead out of the gas, but they did, and so now we got regular, and they got that blend stuff, and then they got the Supreme, but no Ethel. What the heck they did with Ethel? I remember one time I met a guy who was in chemistry class, and he was talking about methyl and ethyl and hydroxyls and stuff like that. And I don't know what in the heck they are, but they must be something really cool because they make chemicals out of them, and I guess that makes things go faster or not or something, whatever it is. But so we're back, so we've got those three. Well, sometimes we run out of the mid grade one because people don't like to buy regular because it's just a low octane, and I don't know if they think maybe they're not being like nice to their cars if they stick regular in it, because regular wouldn't have. I mean, I don't know if it's got as much like poop as I shouldn't say that word on the. Is this radio or what? I don't get it. I mean, what in the heck is a podcast? I mean, I know what casting is. You take your fishing pole and you hold your thumb down on the reel and you bring it back around and you got your lure on there and then you flip it out and throw your line and then you got a bobber and a sinker and everything and eventually you hope that maybe a fish bites and then you reel them in. And that's casting, and I know what that is. And pods is like what the little peas come in, but I don't buy the peas in the pod anymore. I just get them at the grocery store, if I need them, because they make the in a plastic bag, and you get them in the freezer, and then you get a whole lot of them. And they used to have those cute little boxes, they stacked up neat. But they had a lot of like mostly ice in there, and then the peas. So anyhow, but I like my peas once in a while. I mean, I eat green stuff. I'm a regular healthy guy, and I'm not like a nut. Health nut. I don't know what that. But I don't. And I've had vegetables almost every week for my whole life. And so what I do with them. I'm sure I, help. And of course, I got my mashed potatoes and gravy. And then if I'm really healthy, I get some of them canned sweet potatoes and, warm them up. And then, of course, my meat. And most of the time I just eat hamburger because I work at a gas station and they don't pay a lot of money. But maybe with podcasting, I could make more. Maybe they'd, I could get like, maybe extra of those, the beef jerky things that we sell at the gas station, and then I could get, I'd be more healthy. I'm sure there must be something in the beef jerky that's good for you, because otherwise, why would they sell it? I mean, there would be no reason to have, just a bunch of junk in a package, for. 89 cents or $1.35 or, something like that. Why spend your money on stuff that doesn't do any good for you? Heck, I know better than that. Well, anyway, so we go back to the ethyl. Well, there's no ethyl, but the mid-grade stuff, and then we run out of that, and then people, they get really smart and they think, well, what if I put like $5 worth of this regular and then $10 worth of the Supreme, and then I get some kind of a blend in there, and I suppose they're right, maybe, or you could do like $7 and maybe like $8, or whatever, or you could just put in the Supreme, what the heck, throw your caution to the wind. Money's just money, and, we spend it and we get stuff. So if you want to drive a little faster, maybe, but you can't go that fast. It says 65. And I'll tell you that, there's a serious deal. About 3 miles south of town, there's that one place where the guy always hangs out with that radar gun, and they say they can tell exactly how fast you're going. And heck, you do 68 and a 65 and you're okay, and then you do 69 and bam, they got you, Then you're going down to see Judge Hegedus down there, and you got to pay the money, So I don't do that, I'm not anymore. I'm not that dumb, And so if I'm going to go fast, I'd find a good, gravel road someplace and just let her rip. And that's what I do with my pickup. I'm a Chevy guy, it's the dumb, not so dumb, but, I know there are some people that are like old Fords, and I understand. They got to sell them too, and so, but if you're a Chevy guy, you just always you're like, it's like if you're born Lutheran, you're going to be Lutheran. And if you get a Chevy family, and that's, then you're a Chevy guy, and of course you could, like upgrade with a GMC or something, but not, I wouldn't, because I think it just costs more to get those. You don't get as many letters. I mean, why not, get Chevrolet, But I don't know why they don't call it Chevrolet, because that's the way it's spelled. I took, I didn't finish high school, but I did quite a few years over there, and they, LET is let, like let Johnny come back inside, or something like that in a sentence. So if you had that, then you'd know it would be let, but then it goes Chevrolet. Well, nobody says Chevrolet, and I don't, maybe they didn't learn how to say it, maybe they're just doing some like weird highfalutin thing, and they just Chevrolet, like they're cool. And being cool, it's good, but so I just say Chevy. Yeah, that's all I got to say, because I mean, and you got a basic V8 engine, with well, I have an automatic now, because heck, nobody wants to be stepping with their other foot, down in the the third thing pedal down there, and I guess. I mean, I don't know. I think the automatics are, well, you got, your drive and your low and your, 2, whatever that is. So I guess that's enough for me, and I wouldn't go any further. Well, anyway, I think I've talked too much. I think I'm only supposed to talk a little while. So, when you do come down Highway 61, going from the cities down to see, like, the river, please come, swing off and come on in and get yourself, a soda and some of that beef jerky, and then buy gas, okay? And we really appreciate it. And well, I guess we'll see you next time. So this is Elmer saying goodbye, or well, I guess I could say that, or like see you later, or well, yeah, okay. This is Elmer. See you later, alligator. Ha.
Highway 61 filling station show. It's not just Minnesota nice anymore.